Hey guys, so a couple weeks ago I told you guys that we were going to be making some big cuts in the herd, and Derek and I have been thinking a lot about it. Really not easy decisions here to who's going to be on the list of goats to go, but we have came up with a pretty decent plan as far as just tactic and moving forward in the future. So when I first got into goats over a decade ago, shortly after I got into showing goats, and it was real quick that I realized it's going to be a long time before I actually have my herd in a position to where I can cut and cull in the manner that we're actually doing now. But because of you guys and YouTube, I'm able to do it much sooner in my life than I thought. So here we are, and again, it's been a painful process to actually put the does on the list of, ones that aren't going to be staying in the herd anymore. But, and so painful because this is what I've built my herd on, and none of them are bad goats. But there's just a lot of factors in there. Who has the higher potential for milk stars? Who's blue-eyed and polled? Who has the better udder? Who's going to do better in the ring? Who will show or walk for me in the ring versus who just won't even hold their head up? Things like that. So there's a lot of factors that made us decide which does get to stay and which don't. So another thing too, you guys, we have a really large herd, and it makes it impossible for us to do things as a family. It makes so much more work. Obviously, if you have a herd as large as we do, they take a lot of care. There's a lot of management that goes into just making sure your goats are healthy and well taken care of. Just trimming their hooves is crazy. But either way, we're cutting the herd back so that our life is more manageable. We get to have a little bit more fun. If I wanted to go with a family somewhere, we can fit all of them in a trailer and go with them if need be. So things like that, because at the end of the day, we have Derek and I to depend on to watch these goats and look after them. So that's going to be actually relieving to have a more manageable herd size. And know, like, heck, we're going to get a big trailer and we'll fit them all in there if I need to go somewhere. If I have to go to a show, and I need to take every single one of them, I can. Whereas the herd this size, I absolutely could not. So that's that. And then another thing that Derek and I have always been concerned with is, we're here in a fire danger area, and what if a fire comes rolling through? I don't have a trailer big enough. There isn't a trailer big enough to fit our whole herd in it and get out of here. So our plan kind of always was just open the gates, let them run, and hope they can stay away from the fire. And that's not that great of a plan, So anyway, a more manageable herd. We'd be able to put them in the trailer and just get away from any fire danger as well. So. Alright guys, so enough rambling there. This is our plan, and I hope it makes sense. So this is our show herd goals. Keep 3 prospects, finish 3 does, and sell 3 finished champs. Now right now, obviously, we just have May and Mayo as our finished champs. I have a good feeling Lily's going to be next in line here soon. But, so the goal is to sell finished champions around 5 or 6 years old while they are in their prime still. So if we finish them, then they could go to new homes and be great additions for other people, a finished champion. And, if they wanted to continue to show them, then they could. But in their primes, when they're healthy, they're strong, they're not going to be old and go to a new home, and potentially have to fight with the other goats, not be able to hold their own because they are old, things like that. So this is our finished champion. Hopefully 3 a year, it would be a wonderful goal. And then, if our grand champions, if we want to take them to nationals or something, they would probably be the main ones that we would be wanting to show at nationals. And then so that's 3. And then we got 9 here in this slot, which is the herd, the show string, if you will. These are the ones we're trying to get legs, not all of them obviously, but we're trying to get their champion wins and taking them to shows. Now this area here are milkers. So the goal for the show string is to get all 3 champion legs and become a finished champ. So that would be the goal for these ladies. And these does can be bumped out by a better prospect, which is the younger ones down here, who I haven't seen freshen, haven't had babies yet, but look really good. And yeah, so once they freshen, if they're better than anybody up here, then they can be bumped out, and this one goes up here. So the goal for the junior champions here, now the junior is just a doe that has not had babies, doesn't have an udder. But the goal is to get the junior champion leg, hopefully. That's really hard, but hopefully. And then the does will freshen and be evaluated before their second breeding. And again, there must be an opening slot in the herd or able to bump another doe out to keep anybody. So, say one year I don't want to get rid of anybody. I don't, you know, they're all looking gorgeous, and the 3 prospects that we had are looking gorgeous. If I can't bump anybody out, then I'm not going to be retaining. And this, what that's going to do is keep our herd at a manageable size, and always just bumping out something that could be just a little bit better, because at the end of the day, that is what my goal is. I want to have a beautiful herd. I already do, of course, but you're always trying to breed up. You're always trying to improve the dam, you know? So if the kid's better, then you gotta kind of flush them out, and then your herd gets better and better and better. So that's the goal. And I feel like this is a really good plan. And again, especially moving forward and just keeping the herd at a manageable size. So I'm really liking it. I'm really sad for the does that are going. That's been kind of rough, but I know they're going to be going to good homes, and I know they're going to be making other people and other herds very happy, because they're all wonderful goats. But this is going to make our life easier. And then so down here for the bucks, 3 boys, guys. 3 boys. And then the goal is to be a proven star B and plus B buck and sold in their prime. So again, about 4 years old. The bucks, you know, have about 8 years old. They're not really that great anymore, just simply because they live a rough life, you guys. They really do. They just kind of fight their whole lives. They have all these hormones raging, and it's just hard on them. So anyway, to sell them in their prime and a proven buck doesn't mean they're able to have babies. What it means is, you know, the daughters that they're having are able to earn their milk stars and produce. So that would be great. And then to sell these bucks off in their prime too, so other families can enjoy what we were able to enjoy and retain from those good lines. So there you have it, you guys. I know that was a lot. Hope it made sense, but here we are. So I didn't fill in these marks, guys. So I wanted to see what you guys thought. Here soon I will give you guys, I'll send you a picture. I'll fill in the blanks, of course, for you guys and show you who we are keeping. If for somehow or some reason you already know who we potentially are selling, then keep it hush. But yeah, who do you guys think? I'd like to see what you guys come up with. So, and then I'll show you here soon. Alright, you guys, so thank you, and I will see you again soon.
This summer, Blue Cactus Dairy Goats is showing nationwide. Join us as we travel across America. You've watched us raise our goats. You've watched us build our herd. Now watch us compete in 16 different dairy goat shows across the country. See how we stack up against herds from other areas. Of course, this is a team effort, and we could use your help. Join our team by subscribing to our channel, leave a comment, click the like button, show Grandma how to find our videos. If you can, join Patreon. Patrons are invited to meet us at the shows. Blue Cactus Dairy Goats, it's showtime.